What's up? What's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. Bays. Let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. Crazy, crazy, crazy. He's talking about the club owners throwing him under the bus. So it's not only you Liverpool legend Mo Salah complaining about this, but this time in another dimension. Bruno Fernandes giving an interview in the last international break, claiming that he was disappointed that the club actually was, you can go, basically, they told him, we'll be okay. The money that was proposed by the Saudi League was tempting to the club. And I have some reaction to that. That is crazy that, you know, a player can fight his way to stay in the club. I don't care how much you love the club. Once the club wants you out, you are out. I think the influence of player power is still sinking our great club, our once great club. I think this has to stop because I know the money that Bruno Fernandes would have popped in with his saves would have helped us elevate from the mid-table club that we are right now to at least fighting for the top four position, but and get at least getting two solid midfielders would have helped us in our current situation, owing to the fact that even though Bruno Fernandes is a very good ball carrying playmaker for 10 on the 10 row, I don't think he's doing enough to secure the 8th row as a midfielder. We need someone who is relentless. We need someone of the class of maybe Watson or Anderson. A good pairing and competition around that midfield row, I think, will give us a more solidifying and better fighting chance for the top four position. But it's not looking like it because I think the 10 row is the best position for Bruno Fernandes. But let's see what's going to happen. We hope that we have better top, uh, you know, uh, CEOs and directors to actually put their foot on the ground because he made a statement that he didn't think the management had the balls to make those decisions. That's a very big indictment to the management of Manchester United. Obviously, this is the reason why the clubs keep sinking. He need to take a very big hold of how things go. They need to know how to manage the recruitment better and how to also manage the outlook of the club generally and make sure that the players they don't have a say on what happened in the club. They are just as regular employees in the club. No matter what you've done for the club, you are subject to the culture of how that club it should be run. So it's a bit of a chaos there, and I don't think it's right for him to be saying all that. And even though I feel like he's contributing a whole lot to the club, providing assist and the rest, but we have to function like a team. And when you have players who are individualistic in the way they play, even though they pop up with some good statistics, at the end of the day, the general statistic of the club is still a mess. We score a lot of goals, but we concede a lot. We cancel each other. We are like a worst team in terms of conceding in the Premier League. I think Burnley has worse stats than us in that area. So we have a lot to improve upon, and getting quality players is the only reason we are going to be fighting for that top four position. So that is that. We are looking up for our next game against Villa. And I'm seeing that Casemiro will not be starting for us because he accumulated a lot of lot of yellow cards, and Ahmad and Boymo as well will be going for the AFCON, so that will leave our right flank very, very empty in need of professionals. We are hearing rumors that Amiro will be trying the 4-4-3-3 formation. He has been practicing that in the training. We are hoping that it comes good because we tried a little bit of that formation during the Bournemouth game and we saw how that panned out. A lot of good things coming from the introduction of Kobe Menu. There's been a lot of massive support for the introduction of Kobe Menu into the squad, and there was a loud cheer when he was being introduced during the second half where Casemiro was substituted. I think he played really good, and I think if he had a very stronger pairing, like say someone like Ugarte, if he was on a good form, would have been better pairing than than with Bruno Fernandes. I don't see Bruno Fernandes and Kobe Mero pairing as a very good one. It's not sustainable. People are going to be running through our midfield like a hot knife through butter. I think we need to look at the January market and sort. I think our scout need to do better in sorting the next Casedo, the next Gravenberch. We need strong, good midfielder. I think the rumors around Gallagher, the former Chelsea man, will be a good addition, especially with his experience and also with his use with his experiences in the English Premier League. I think he understands the tempo, and I like his spirit and the targetity in terms of how he runs the midfield. A lot to discuss about, a lot to hope for, but I think the position we are at the Premier League right now is basically the most fairest point that we've gotten. I don't think our midfield is good. From comparing to last season, you can see that yeah, things have improved, but in terms of comparing it with the likes of Chelsea, who have thrown the money at it and sometimes gotten it wrong, sometimes gotten it right, but I think they have gotten it right in terms of the recruitment, and they need their top manager to put all the pieces together. Likewise, us. But let's see how it goes. Good one. Reacting to Kobe Menu half brother writing free menu, I don't think is a problem because I don't think Menu has a control over what his brother does. It's just like every one of us right here. I'm trying to air our views about Kobe Menu, but I think the lad has been very disciplined in his conduct, and I think he has no wrong to write to his CV. Nice acting, and I hope that the acting of Manchester United in our next league game will be a strong winner. That will put a very big mark to what happens next, because Villa has been on a winning spree in the last few weeks. So we are looking at Manchester United to see what they can do in stopping those that we call them Premier League contender at this point, because that's not just 2 points away from Man City and few I think 5 points away from Villa. So everything is possible. We are 3 years to Christmas and a lot of drama, a lot to speak about. But one thing is, we are going to be hitting that like and follow button to support this channel. See you all to the next one. Bye bye.